Hey guys, so I'll show you how to do substitution method now, and I thought it would be a good idea to use it on the same question as we did in the previous video, which is solving simultaneous equations with elimination method. So now that you know how to do that, I'm gonna do the same question, but with substitution method, so you can feel the difference. Okay, so in this case, if this is the first equation, this is the second equation. Substitution, we're going to take this guy here, the first equation, and we're just going to rearrange it a little bit. Okay, so if I just write it out, 5x minus y is equal to 19, which is the same thing as saying 5x minus 19 equals to y, right? If we just swap those two locations, right? And if I just write this again nicely, y is equal to 5x minus 19. Okay, so the main idea for substitution method is to make one of the prenumerals the subject and to sub it in to the other equation. Okay, so now we can take this guy and say sub into 2. Okay, so we'll get 2x plus 5. So it's 5y, but in the y, we can put this guy. Okay, that we found from over here. And this is equal to negative 14. Right, so I just rewrote equation 2, and I just substituted the value of y in. Now, if you look at this equation, it's only got one prenumeral, just x. Yeah, and so once you get to that, this is an equation that you should be able to solve. So 2x plus 25x minus 95 is equal to negative 14. 27x is equal to, I'm going to add 95 to the other side, which leaves 81, and x equals to 3, which is the same answer as we got in the previous, using the previous method, right? So we know we're correct. And just make sure, I'm just going to complete this question anyway. We're going to substitute this back in, right? So sub back into, let's sub it back into this equation over here. This guy, I'm just going to call this equation 3. Okay, since we already went through the effort of making y the subject, so y is equal to 5 times 3 minus 19. So y equals to 15 minus 19, which is negative 4. Therefore, x equals to 3, y equals to minus 4 is the solution. Good, so hopefully you understood the difference between substitution and elimination method. Okay, I'm going to do one more question on the the substitution. And yeah, let's try this one over here. So x plus y is equal to 4. And xy is equal to negative 117. In the previous question that we did, you could do both substitution and elimination method. They both gave us the solution. But in a case like this, it's going to be impossible for us to use elimination method, at least not cleanly right away. So it will be much more appropriate in this sort of situation to use substitution, right? So let's call this again equation 1, equation 2. And just in equation number 1, I'm just going to say y, well, you know what? Let's just say x is equal to 4 minus y. Okay, so move the y to the other side. And let's sub into equation 2. Okay, so equation 2 is xy, so 4 minus y times y equals to negative 117. So we have 4y minus y squared is equal to negative 117. Let's move everything to the right-hand side. Y squared minus 4y minus 117. And we're going to need to factorize this. The factors of 117 7. I have no idea. What if we divided by 9? 27, 1, 2, 13. Yeah, looks like these are the factors with the signs swapped. Yep. So I just did that in my head. I think that's the right one. So y equals to negative 9 and 13. Cool, so now that we have these two answers, let's sub back into, let's bring this guy over here and sub into equation 3. So in equation 3, we already have x the subject, so x equals to 4 minus y, which is negative 9. And we also want to sub 4 minus 13. So this one is 4 plus 9, which is 13. And this one is 4 minus 13, which is negative 9. So now that we have these answers everywhere, right, make sure to clean it up. So we've got this, this, and this. And make sure when you write the answers for this question that you kind of pair it together. So like 13, negative 9, and negative 9, 13. Okay, so I just write the x coordinates first, and make sure you write the x coordinates with the corresponding y that you sub in. Okay, make sure you don't mix them up. So this one is the answer, and that's how you use substitution. And I think the one last thing I'll add to this question is, how can we actually get two answers? In the previous question, we only got one coordinate, right? An x coordinate and a y coordinate. But in this question, we have two different points. And basically, it's because of what this shape is, like what's actually going on when you're solving simultaneously. This first one, x plus y equals to 4, is some sort of straight line. Whereas this guy, xy, is some sort of hyperbola, right? So if you have, let's say, like if you have some hyperbola somewhere, and you've got a straight line, there's going to be two locations to solve them simultaneously. And that's actually the points that you're finding down here. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. And yeah, that was it for substitution method. Catch you guys in the next one.